Hello and welcome to part 24 of Let's Play Modded Skyrim. Last time we had escaped the tomb of Hilgrund and we'd left the Goldir back behind and taken our companions Lydia and Vilja with us. Wasn't too much treasure in Hilgrund's tomb, but all it did was stop us getting to Iverstead quite as fast. This is the hardest pilgrimage I've ever been on. Taking a carriage would be a lot easier. So this turns out to be more of a glorified nature walk. It's always sunny down here and the scenery is really nice, and I even get Vilja humming in the background. Good opportunity to pick some mushrooms.
I wonder who raised the giants. I mean, there don't seem to be any giant mothers. Guess that's why giants haven't been taught to bath every week.
If Vilja tends to annoy you with all her little comments, you can stop her, but I do find it quite amusing. It's a lot better than some of Lydia's comments anyway, or some of your other comments from other companions. The views in Skyrim are spectacular. I'm sure that you've seen them all before.
I heard him tell the
Fox!
joke. I understood it. It just was you will be so dead. Ha!
Vilja has the same glee killing foxes as I do. A goat!
You will be so dead.
This isn't quite true to life because in real life wild goats absolutely stink. If you've ever gone near a herd of goats, they reek. You can smell them for absolute miles. They basically smell of a mixture of poo and pretty disgusting. I couldn't stand to be near them. Certainly not near enough to hit them with a sword.
You made a big mistake.
Goat horns, goat hide, leg of goat. If you step in this river washes you downstream. I don't want to do that. There's some sort of animal up there. I need to head southwest to go to Iverstead. That animal's not doing very much, so I'm just gonna ignore and...
My mom always said that.
However, I think some of my colleagues and followers are after that animal. They've done something anyway. Something's happening. It's a saber cat! Ow. Ow. That saber cat does a monster amount of damage. After me as well. I don't have any healing potions left. That's not gonna be very good news for me. Maybe I can heal restoration if he doesn't attack me. He's not a very charitable saber cat. I'm a cat, I'm a Khajiit, and he attacked me. Anyway, we died. Back to mushroom picking. Next time I won't be so merciful towards cats. Perhaps, you know what, I think I thought he was a bear or a friendly bear, so that's why I decided not to attack him. I think saber cats are quite the only aggressive animal. Bears, wolves, skeevers, they're not too aggressive. We'll quickly skip this part. You've seen all this anyway.
If we just ask around, I'm sure someone will give us a quest to do.
That fast-flowing river, though, that's quite tricky to get past, because if you step on it, it pushes you back. Quite realistic as well. I'll take my anger out on a goat.
You're a dangerous bastard, aren't you?
Vilja's using the Axe of Whiterun, and I think the magic has run out on that. axe because it's not sparkling green anymore.
How about going for a ride? It doesn't really matter where.
Hello, an NPC.
I just feel that I have spent too little time with my
And I see the saber cat running off.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
He's a courier.
Help!
I think that saber cat's after the goats, not after me. But yeah, the courier sometimes gives you important messages or important missions. I don't know what he was doing, just wandering around not doing anything. I think it's the worst job in the world to be a courier. You've got, well, for the majority of this game I'm a courier, but at least I'm an armed courier. Saber cat's noticed me. I don't think I even got a single shot on that saber cat. I'll let my companions deal with it. That's all done. I'll take the saber cat pelt though, because the saber cat pelt is worth a lot of money. And worth a lot of leather as well. Those hunters were right, you can really make a decent living being a game hunter in Skyrim. If we continue downriver, we're gonna run into Iverstead. Southwest of here, so not too far to go.
ABC for barbarians. It's such a source of vital knowledge.
I haven't seen the book ABCs by barbarians or for barbarians that Villager keeps on going on about. Not in Skyrim anyway. That might be one of the few books that I read. That looks like a troll in a troll cave. I don't like fighting trolls because at low level they're extremely difficult, especially without any fire weapons. Perhaps we can go around him this way. Oh, it's too late, they're going for it anyway. This is a normal troll, it's not a frost troll, so it's slightly weaker. Without flames, these trolls don't heal up. With flames, they don't heal up. Without flames, it's incredibly difficult to beat them. I might actually try drinking some magicka potions. Might seem like a waste of magicka potions, but these trolls are incredibly difficult and they'll probably kill my companions very quickly. I'm thirsty, so I'll have some boiled water as well. The only weapon that can kill them is going to be a bow of fire. But that's enough. Magic kill move. Lydia takes the glory.
I was thinking of asking Ayla the Huntress to teach me a little about makeup.
I don't know where trolls come from or if there's any lore behind trolls, but surely there's some sort of magical creation, because their flesh is supposed to heal faster than it's cut. I don't know how that's possible. Because if that's the case, then trolls would have surely taken over the world by now. Certainly going to be tougher than dragons. At least dragons you can kill and they don't regenerate so fast. get a good look at my vampire armor. Let's have a look in his troll cave, see what he has. A Nirnroot. Nirnroot in Oblivion was a quest by Sindarian, but I don't think that you have a quest at least for the normal Nirnroots. You do for special Nirnroots. Stormcloaks. I do like the look of Stormcloak cuirasses better than the white one cuirass. So if I didn't fix up my vampire armor, or I didn't want to fix up the Whiterun armor, I would have taken some Stormcloak armor. Chimarvidian. And a note. The Chimarvidian, that's a book from Morrowind. Let's have a look at that book. Ancient Tales of the Dwemer, Part 6. This is a book about the Chimer, which were the old Dark Elves, who used to fight against the Dwemer. The Dwemer armour was wrought by Janango, their blacksmith, but they made a peace treaty, and in exchange the Dwemer for peace gave the Chimer a iron golem, or a metal golem, and the Chimer, the old Dark Elves, were really delighted by it, because they found that it was really, they tested it, they found that it dodged lightning, it dodged all kinds of attacks, and so not only was it well armoured, but it was also agile and powerful as well. So they thought, right, we can use this as our weapon and betray the Dwemer, and they called it Chimer Valium. And so what they did was they decided to attack the Dwemer in an act of betrayal, using the Chimer at their head at the crack of dawn, before the Dwemer had enough time to put on their armour. But what happened was the Dwemer were prepared, and the golem that they had turned on them, and they were utterly defeated. And they didn't know what had happened, and the golem in the end took off his helmet and revealed that inside it was the blacksmith called Janango all the time. So the blacksmith was actually in the golem all the time, and he completely whipped the Chimer, and that's the story. Shows that the Dwemer were clever, and you kind of wonder why on earth the Dwemer in the end lost to them. There's a note at the end that says the Dwemer must have had some sort of connection, some sort of psychic connection between each other, which might have explained their disappearance, because they were able to call each other and go on some sort of quest outside the world. But that was quite a neat book. In Morrowind you have to pick one of these up. There have been multiple complaints about attacks. Obviously the attack was from the troll, and those Stormcloaks were sent out to go and investigate it and got killed. Not surprising that Stormcloaks would easily get killed by a troll.
I like
Even someone like Lydia by herself would get slaughtered by a troll. And if you remember, Stormcloaks can be killed when you're level 1. Trolls, I think you need to be level 10 or above to kill quite easily. And even then you need some sort of fire enchanted weapon, or be a mage with fire weapons, fire magic. It looks like we can't go around that troll cave anyway. The trolls were someone that we actually had to fight, unless of course we decided to sneak around it at night. I was not given the option to sneak because my companions ran in the way. It turns out well anyway, because we get to pick up a bit of treasure. We get to pick up the troll fat, which is quite valuable. I don't think it's got any regenerate properties to it, but it is quite useful. I think it does a resist poison function, which is quite useful.
Did you hear that noise? Wonder what it was.
Instead we just need to head up over this mountain. Don't hold me to this, but I think there was some sort of mention about trolls being a magical creation in Arena, but that was a long time ago, so I don't quite remember. I will check that up for you. I do know in the Dawn Guard add-on, you can actually use armoured trolls as your companion, and of course they're one of the best companions that you can have. They regenerate their health. They are pretty much invincible against anyone who doesn't have fire-based weapons. We are coming up to the end of our travels now. If we just look over the hill, there's Iverstead. That's definitely Iverstead. We've arrived. That didn't take too long. About an hour's walk from Whiterun. Iverstead is a very peaceful looking village. It's a lot bigger than the original vanilla Iverstead, of course, because this has been improved by Miss Jenna B. It's been made into a decent village at the bottom of the mountains. You can see that there's a farm with a cow, a grain farm and a grain mill. I think the grain mills are functional after the Hearthfire add-on. Let's talk to everyone.
Crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge. They call it the path to the monastery to 7,000 steps. Can you imagine? I'm not certain if I could even make it to the top without collapsing from exhaustion.
There's not too much dialogue from these people, but they tell you about High Hrothgar.
By the gods, it's true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked Whiterun. How could mere men bring down such a beast?
You must have so much to tell about the world outside.
The guards don't have
this
any
boring
dialogue
town.
either. But if you really want to know about High Hrothgar,
Have
you can
anything
ask these
interesting to
people.
tell me?
Wilhelm said
The
he saw you
Greybeards are a
speaking
strange
to
bunch.
you.
I heard they lived their entire life without uttering a single word. Can you even imagine? I wish I could go with you.
I wish I could take her with me too.
You ever settle down to have
You
children?
must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. It's frightening living
This
below
place
their
isn't
monastery.
big, but it does have a
Sometimes I
certain
swear
charm,
I
don't
can
you
hear
think?
strange noises rolling down from up there. It sounds like thunder, but there's never any rain. What do you make of that?
So we learn a bit about the Greybeards and a bit about High Hrothgar.
Yes? Yes?
She doesn't talk very much. Of course we'll learn most about it by asking the Greybeards themselves, but I think they left out some of the lore because there is a sinister part to
One
the
could build
Greybeards
a
as
very
well.
nice cottage on the island outside
Of course
the
they don't let you onto that.
Yes? Take a look.
Let's see what kind of armor that he has. Weapons wise, not too good. Banded iron shield. He's got scaled horn armor, which is decent. It's cost me 1,069 gold, which is a lot of gold. But I've got gold to spare. I've got around about 2,000 gold right now. I might as well treat myself. The armor rating is 34 compared to my vampire armor, which is 27, and I can improve scaled armor anyway because I've got corundum ingots. It's definitely worth getting. The only bad thing about this scaled armor is that it looks pretty terrible. Look at it. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's got a horn on it. It certainly doesn't look like lightweight armor. It looks like some sort of bone mold armor. I have to dump my vampire armor. I'll give my vampire armor to Bilger, and she can get rid of the ugly looking Whiterun armor. I'm not too impressed with the look of it. improving it improves it from 34 to 37. I'll certainly do that, that's worth doing. Vampire armor's 27, I can improve that as well once I get some leather.
Strange.
So all we need to do is find ourselves a tanning rack. I know there's one around here somewhere. There's a lumber mill. That looks like butterflies. 1, 2, 3. Butterfly wings restore health, I think.
What a lovely day it is today.
Here is a accommodation. I think that's a guest hovel, and this is the end of Iverstead. Here's the inn.
I love the serenity of this
Here's
place.
the general store, and here's a tanning rack for us to use. We shall convert all our fox pelts and our goat pelts and our wolf pelts to leather. Goat hides don't seem to be too much of a bargain. Goat hides convert
place
2
isn't
hides into
big.
1 leather.
It does have a certain
Deer
charm,
hide
don't you think
is
so?
1 hide into 2 leathers. Saber cat pelts turn into 4 leathers. That's decent. We'll need some leather strips as well, just for general use, in case we decide to make another bandolier for ourselves.
Deers are so beautiful and so full of life. I can
So
watch
we
them
have
for hours.
everything we need. Oh, before I forget, one thing I do want to make is a couple of cloaks. I did take some of the disgusting rotten linen outside those tombs, so I might as well make them into a delicious cloak.
A friend gave me the Book of Daedra. It's an interesting
Now what colour should I choose? Grey. Choose boring colours, why not? Burlap, I have no idea. Burlap I think is like sackcloth type texture.
Girl's best friend is dear sword with soul trap.
Linen is just linen. I can make myself a leather bandolier shoulder pad. I've already got a bandolier though. I don't think I'll need another one of these. I wonder how many of these I can load up. Leather large bandolier. I might increase the size of my bandolier actually, turn myself into a large bandolier, so increasing my carrying capacity from 75 to 100 bonus. That shouldn't make me too overpowered. I don't want to end up having 500 encumbrance. Sounds good, but it makes the game, it's a bit of a game exploit I think doing that.
I know farmers are
Alternatively I could
I
make some
still can't
pouches,
help
but yeah, I think I'll go for the
to
large
think
bandolier.
that people
Carrying
once
capacity
was
increased
proud
by
to
100
know
points.
elves.
What do you think? Let's see how we look. Doesn't look too much different from the normal size bandolier. I don't like the look of the scaled horn armor
There
though.
are so many books I
Let's
love.
upgrade our
Maybe I'm the dragon
vampire
god, and
armor.
I just don't know it yet.
We've got a few pieces of leather left.
Good afternoon.
I do want to improve my hide braces of minor lockpicking, but I need better smithing skills before I do that. Of course with the skill cap I can't really improve my smithing that
I'm
much
so
by
glad that we're
smelting
traveling
iron
to Elegant
daggers. That was the
Soundtrack
standard
together.
way you used to
Of
do it. You used to
course.
buy yourself iron ingots, buy yourself leather strips and make yourself a whole host of iron daggers. Sell it, enchant them or sell it back to the blacksmiths for extra money and then keep on improving your smithing. Of course you can't do
Shall
that
we
now.
continue? beware, the dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed and the legends yet grow.
I think the Iverstead General Store was always here. That's not an addition by Jonah B. That's a normal addition.
What do you need?
There's an option to buy an adrenaline rush potion. That's
Take
a
a look.
red guard bonus. That gives you extra stamina, I think. I'll see what she's got for sale. Banded iron shield. A few wizard items that I don't need. Cure disease. I've still got 2 cure disease potions, so I don't need any more. I wonder what I can sell her. I did pick up a few things, of course, in the tomb. I'll sell her the book Chilma Vidium because I've read that already and it didn't give me a bonus. I'll sell her a valueless note. I need to make back a little bit of money from buying that scaled armor. Although I've got goat horns, I'm not even close to getting a house, so I don't want the wait. I don't need 2 items of fine clothes, I'll just keep 1. Don't need the gold necklaces either. I know that you can melt down gold items into gold again. I wonder if I can, instead of selling it, I could exploit the meltdown mod by melting down a gold necklace into gold ingots and then turn them into gold pieces. That would be quite cheeky. Not gonna do that. Staff of the Familiar. I think I won't need that. I don't need another Familiar as well, and I didn't demonstrate it for you, but I'm sure you've seen it before. It just casts a ghost wolf for you. They're not very effective fighters. If you imagine a wolf
Until next time.
as your companion, how rubbish that would be. I wonder if I can give my companions my cloaks. I'm not sure that they'd actually want to wear them though. Anyhow, we will see you next time for Let's Play Modded Skyrim.